Hey everyone, it's PK here. I'm here on a chilly Saturday morning here in Sydney, actually in Bella Vista. So it's pretty nice houses around here. I don't know if you can see that. I hope these guys don't mind me showing you their houses, but pretty decent area around here. This is just here for a few weeks. I just wanted to talk about today infrastructure. So I know a lot of people think that, as long as I find an area that has a lot of infrastructure being built, whether that's shopping centers or schools or train stations or what have you, that will automatically mean that the suburbs nearby will become more and more popular and will become more and more in demand, and prices will increase, right? Infrastructure growth, they think, equals price growth, and it's a pretty easy equation to sell. It's a pretty easy thing to tell novice property investors that that's what you need to follow, but really it's not the case. Okay, and I'm a little bit outspoken on this, but let's just talk about the suburb that I'm in right now, Bella Vista. About 5 years ago, there was a train station that was announced to be built, and a whole bunch of people came to Bella Vista. They saw that there's a new train station being built, or that was going to be built, and then that will mean that prices will grow. Before, to get to the city, to the Sydney CBD from Bella Vista, would have taken just over an hour on one of the yellow buses. I don't know if you guys know of Western Sydney, but there are these yellow buses that take you into the city. And it's a bit of a hassle, it takes more than an hour to get there and all that sort of thing. So people thought, running out of breath here a little bit, they thought that, a train station will really cut that time down. And, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people want to move to Bella Vista because it's a nice area. It's just really far away from a lot of things. Fast forward 5 years and there is a new train station. Looks pretty awesome. It's actually a very nice train station, I must say. But the travel times to get into the city are still very similar. They're still taking about an hour. You still need to change at one stop, I think, one or two stops, to get to Wynyard, to get to Circular Quay, to get to George Street, which is really where people want to go in the city. And what have prices done? Not much. The prices haven't really done much at all. So, it's an expensive place to have bought, and I personally know dozens of people that have bought here for that reason. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, paid a lot of money. Yields were not that great. We're talking sub 4% yields. So definitely negatively geared property, hoping for the capital growth to come, but it didn't come. Okay, so that's just proof. That obviously there's so many samples and case studies, and obviously areas where infrastructure has contributed to growth, but there are so many areas where infrastructure has misled investors and it's actually not caused growth at all, right? And this is the one that I'm talking about today, Bella Vista. So I just wanted to leave you with that, just to say, look, when you're thinking about property investing, when you're thinking about suburb selection, don't be pulled in different directions by infrastructure plays and growth corridors and all these buzzwords that seem to get thrown around by a lot of people in the industry that are well intending, but that may not know the whole story. Do the research. It's all in the data. Okay, so infrastructure, it's not that it doesn't matter, it does matter, but you need to look at the data. You need to look at other data points. There's about 30 to 40 data points that you need to consider depending on which expert you talk to. But the fact is that there is data that can predict growth. Can it predict growth to the percentage? Absolutely not. No one can do that. There's no crystal ball. But it's definitely better than just hoping that an infrastructure project will cause growth. And in Bella Vista, a new train station, that's basically as good as you're going to get in terms of infrastructure, and it hasn't caused anything. I can give countless examples. Petrie, Launton, Callinga in North Brisbane, new university, 1,000 new students. What's the growth been there in the last 4 years? There has been some growth, but it's really not been market leading growth, okay? Because if you think about it, initially 1,000 new students. How many teachers, how many professors do you need? You don't need hundreds of people. A lot of kids are going to go there, a lot of university students are going to go there, but are they all going to live in Petrie, Callinga, Launton? No, they're not. Okay, so many examples. Logan, a hospital extension, I think it was another 100 or 200 beds, I don't know exactly what that number is. But how many more doctors, how much more employment is that generating? How many more doctors do you need for another 200 beds? Do you need 200 doctors? No. You probably need 10 doctors. I don't know, I'm not an expert. But another 10 doctors, another 10 nurses, another 10 admin staff, another 30 people wanting to live in Logan. Is that going to shift prices? No, it's not going to be a drop in the ocean. Right? So I'm not saying infrastructure is not important, right? And I'm not saying that at all. All I'm saying is that you cannot just take infrastructure and say that equals capital growth. That's the point that I'm trying to make here, right? With all the integrity that I can muster. It's all in the data. You can predict capital growth. Can you predict it to the T? No, you can't. But can you say that based on these data points, you can outperform the average? Yes, you can. Okay, so find someone, doesn't have to be me, there's so many other people out there as well, but happy to help. Find someone that can help you do this. Okay, so if you agree with this or disagree, I'm open, right? So just comment below, or like this if you have a sort of reaction to this. If you agree with what I'm saying, please like it. Thanks for commenting, Arjuna, appreciate it, mate. So hopefully that adds some value to you. That in of itself, hopefully, will save you from making a mistake. Anyway, I'm at the Bella Vista farm now, so just gonna hang around here and do a bit of a morning walk and listen to a podcast. Catch you guys, bye.